All right, Bulls and Bears. Hey, it's September 2nd. It's Thursday, 2021 here. Got the new jobless numbers out. It's not looking good. 18 months now past the big shutdown recession, and the numbers are still coming in just bad, bad, bad. I don't know how else to say it. But first of all, let's talk about what the Fed is saying on rents. One of the points we made in our last video is that rents will likely accelerate from here, meaning rising, but at even a faster pace. Even with the stoppage or ending of the eviction moratorium, you still have tens of thousands of people that are going to be displaced because of the fires and the floods and all the other disasters. And in the areas where prices were maybe going to drop because of the ending of the eviction moratorium, you're going to see just big demand for housing going forward. Lots of reasons behind this. Some we can, some we can't discuss on this channel because of the regulations, the rules, and all that. But to put it simply, there's too many people, not enough houses. All right, we'll talk about rents in a minute. First, the new unemployment numbers, or more specifically, the new jobless claims in the past week, 340,000. And just like we do every week, let's look at that. Just times it by 4 to give you a monthly number. We're still at about 1.3 million new jobless filings. Disaster number, right? Let's take a look at the jobs created. And this doesn't include government or public sector jobs, but private payrolls added during the whole month of August. Not just 1 week number like we just looked at. During the whole month, 374,000. That was a fraction of what was expected. So huge miss on private payrolls. Another devastating number with the new jobless filings. We're still bleeding jobs. The real unemployment number is still climbing in the background. Of course, the number that they show you is probably still going to drop, which is in between the 5 or 6% range. Of course, the numbers they show you, you should know by now, those are not the real numbers. And to top it off, guess what? Most of the jobs came in the leisure and hospitality industry. And we know that these are not the best paying jobs, especially when compared to the rising cost of living and inflation and housing prices and rents. And it's getting so bad as far as the labor shortage, people are just checking out of the labor force entirely. And it's gotten so bad. Take a look at what McDonald's is doing. And this was an Oregon McDonald's asking 14-year-olds to apply amid labor shortage. So McDonald's is getting so desperate. And maybe it's only going to be the 14-year-olds that are living at home without many expenses or bills that are going to be able to take these entry-level jobs. All right, unless you've got several roommates or you've gotten some other assistance that's going to give you free rent or free food, it's very hard to get by on this type of wage for fast food workers. But sadly, that's mostly what the U.S. economy consists of, is these types of leisure, hospitality, and service sector jobs. So another bad week for the job numbers, and we see just different things pointing to not much improvement, and in fact, more deterioration of the economy and erosion of the middle class. Okay, now let's talk about retirees, seniors, and Social Security. Social Security trust funds now projected to run out of money sooner than expected. Now, here's the real news. Here's the economic reality of this. The money is already not there. Do you really think they have physical money set aside to pay out Social Security? Do you think they have a big vault somewhere with gold, silver, or not even gold and silver, just even the paper bills? Do you think the paper bills are set aside? No, it's just digits on a screen. It doesn't have to run out because they can just print out more at any time, just like they do to pump in all this liquidity to the banks. Of course, they're going to tell you that it's going to run out. That way, when it does run out, when they stop sending out the checks, then you'll say, oh, okay, the money ran out. That's fair. They don't have it. They can't send it out. But see, most people, I'd say 99.9% of people, do not even realize the source or the basis of the monetary system, which is, again, digital money created out of thin air in infinite amounts. Of course, they have to tell you that the money's going to run out. That way, when they stop sending out the checks, then people won't argue. They say, well, again, if it's not there, they can't send it. So they count on most people just being clueless as to the basis of the monetary system. That's why when you look at the mainstream business channels, they don't tell you the actual source of the funds. Because if they did, then it would be impossible to come out with stories like this telling you that the money is going to run out. Okay, the real money's already ran out, but the digital money, that's endless amounts, infinite amounts. And it's not backed by anything. And maybe that's why central banks that get to create this money are buying real money. They're buying gold and silver. Do you think that could be a connection there? Recent article here out of Kitco: central bank gold demand remains healthy. So why is that? Why are central banks continuing to use their digital fiat money to buy hard assets? Right? I think it's because they know that the system is on numbered days. It's on borrowed time. Now, the economic fallout, the homelessness, the desperation is going to be so bad. Most people are just going to be looking for their next meal. I'm guessing here before the end of this year, you're going to start seeing things get a lot worse. And there's going to be so many desperate people. The last thing they're going to want to do is talk about the origins of the money or the basis of the monetary system. They're going to be so worried about just food, shelter, and basics that not many people, if any, are going to be questioning what actually caused all this. They're just going to be desperate, and you need to be very careful and try to position yourself for what's coming. We all need to, myself included. I'm not as near prepared as I should be. There's people out there that are 1,000 times more prepared than myself, people that have moved out to the country. They have chickens. They have their own source of food, eggs. They have huge gardens. They're prepared. They have water collection systems. That's what you're going to need. And it may be only those people that survive, what's coming. All right. Also, with the supply chain disruptions and the rising prices, what's going to happen when all the people in the colder climates run out of heating oil? What's going to happen when there's more outages? Right? There's a lot of bad things coming, folks. We have to tie it in with the economy because that's what the system that we're all in right now. But what do you think about the jobs numbers, the new jobless filings, the private payrolls, which was a fraction of the new jobless filings? It's not looking good. Let me know what you think. 14-year-olds hired at McDonald's in Oregon. What do you think about that? What is this a sign of? What lies ahead of us here in the next few months? You let me know. Be reading your comments. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace and stay well, stay safe, stay prepared. Big love. Bye for now.